Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, you guys. So I decided I wanted to play around with this idea of the person I could have been. Now, I wanted to explore this universe further. That's right, it's the multiverse of me. The multiverse of Mansfield. Yes, so I decided what would it have been like had I excelled at Sephora? I'm sure other companies would have had their eyes on me, and I'm certain I would have been scouted by MAC Cosmetics. This I can say with all certainty. They would have saw me in that blonde hair and that beret and said, we need them on our team. So, this is the universe I'm existing in now, that I've been scouted by MAC Cosmetics to be, I don't know, probably regional manager or manager over at MAC. I don't know how that company works. I don't know the hierarchy, I don't know none of that. But I'm sure I would be the regional manager, and this is how I would get ready every single day. So let's do it. Now, if we are really going for it, in this universe, I no longer have eyebrows. My eyebrows are gone. I would have shaved them off because I'm at MAC now, baby. So I'm going to have no eyebrows. Completely bald eyelids. That's what I will have. I may or may not have eyebrows I paint on. We'll decide on that. I can't necessarily imagine what I would look like. But I know for certain I'd be very, very, very nude. Because if I remember anything correctly about my other look, it was very colorful, very pinup. This one is probably like very like bold eye and the nudist lip possible. Or, you know, a sassy color from MAC just to show off the lipstick because I'm that dedicated to selling the product. So as I prose-ade down my eyebrows, how is everyone? I want to know, is there a certain job that you would have had you stuck around? What would it have been? Would you have been a carpenter or something? I must know. Was there being a crossing guard in your future? Alright, now as I wait for those eyebrows to dry, let's get started on something else. I have a feeling I wouldn't have gotten my mustache or beard like lasered off or anything. I'd be color correcting every single day. Just so I could teach people about color correcting. So, I would use any kind of color corrector, probably, you know, some kind of orange MAC shadow. We're gonna pretend this kimchi foul is that because honestly, to this day, I still don't have very many products. And even then, I probably would be using other products because I'm certain that employee discount wouldn't go very far. Those products are expensive, dude. Like, even today, like, I'm looking at some of the stuff from MAC that I, like, stop at the airport, and it's like, god damn, I'm spending, like, $50 on something. Like, one thing. And knowing what I know now about makeup, I know, like, a lot of the stuff, most of it does the same thing, or it does close to the same thing, or you can usually dupe it and be just fine, especially with, like, eyeshadows and stuff. It's when it comes to foundations you really gotta be dodgy with. That's where you're choosy with your time and what's worthy of it. We are going to use Dermablend today, my leg and body Dermablend for the rest of my face, which I'd be telling everyone was, you know, MAC Pro Longwear or something. Again, I don't know, I never worked at MAC, like, those of you that did you ever get gratis or anything? Like, what's the tea there? Like, what was the free products they would give you? Was there any swag? Were you able to, like, get the collections before they came out? Oh my god, had I been there when the Mariah Carey collection happened? Now, mind you, none of that collection would have worked on me. I had a couple things, and I remember, I bought the highlighter, and I bought the lipsticks, and the lipsticks were all cream sheen and super nude, and they were not drag friendly. Like, they weren't made for drag queens to wear at all. It was basically like a glorified lip gloss in a lipstick tube. And I'm just like, oh, this is so painful. Why couldn't she have had a matte lipstick? Something I could have used. It felt targeted.
Sorry, drag queen, you're not wearing my makeup.
But I used to love it, like the Viva Glam campaign and everything. Or the Selena collection. I know for a fact from some friends that worked there, like, they did not get the Selena collection. Like, that one was basically, they had to buy that. And whatever was left over, they could, like, scrap through and buy still. But you never got, like, any kind of, like, instantaneous gratis when it came to that kind of stuff. Those collections, oh no. Those are the money makers. MAC Viva Glam, there were so many iconic campaigns. Miley Cyrus had a great one. Of course, RuPaul, the face of Viva Glam when it comes to that. She is the one and only. The iconic, you know, Viva Glam with RuPaul's body makeup, the whole words. I actually have like the little doll signed of her in that outfit. Alright, now to block out my beard, I'm using Dermablend. And again, I'd probably be using MAC Pro Longwear, but I'm not using that because I don't have it, and it's expensive. It's really expensive. It's like $50-something. Like, I saw that price tag, and I was just like, you want me to pay how much? Like, the cost of foundation is excessive everywhere. And, like, they know we're gonna pay it because we need it. Like, you can't get around it. You have to have foundation. You have to have good foundation. Keep blocking those while we work around other stuff. This is my trick on brunch, too. I'm literally, like, laying down my eyebrows while I'm doing the rest of my face. It just makes everything go faster. But again, in this universe, I would have shaved my eyebrows off, so I wouldn't have to do this every day. I'm sure I would have gotten to the point where, like, I shaved it so much that the eyebrows just never grow back. That happened to a couple of my friends that shaved their brows off from their scene kid days. Did that happen to you? Comment down below. Is there a scene kid mistake that you still live with to this day? Are you walking around with patchy eyebrows or holes in your mouth from where your Monroe piercing was? Do you have floppy, formerly gauged ears? Let me know. This is his face base. Oh my god. Now, working at MAC, I imagine I'd be like all up into the mall culture. I would know all about it. I'd be studying it. I'd have to know what all the latest trends were. I'd be that person. I would be Edwina from AbFab. Like, I'd know what everyone's doing. I'd know all the TikToks. I'd be doing all the dances. Because I'd be the regional manager, so it's my job to know these things. Like, what's trending? I have to know. Heaven forbid I be out of the loop. I gotta know what's hip and what are the kids doing these days. If I saw someone walk around in army pants and flip-flops, I would have army pants and flip-flops. But in grayscale, because it's MAC, so you have to wear all black. Also, I don't think you're allowed to have flip-flops at MAC. Maybe gladiator sandals with black nail polish. Black French tip nail polish. Basically, I look like the cast of American Horror Story Coven. Full hat and everything. Alright, foundation is on. Let's see how these eyebrows are doing before I go any further. It may need a few coats, so we might have to like work around it. Now, I would be up at the crack of dawn doing this. Like, my shift probably wouldn't even start till like the afternoon, but I'd be up at like 3 a.m. putting this makeup on. Like, it'd be a ritual. I'd have like candles going and everything. The music, like the calming Enya music in the background. The tong, tong, tong. It would be a meditative experience, doing your makeup in the morning. That's how seriously I would take the seriousness of a heart attack, putting my makeup on to go work at MAC. Because in this universe, back in my days, that was the place you wanted to be. That was the hottest place in town, okay? It's like working at Jennifer's Convertibles, all right? Like, you've made it. All right, we're using a MAC product right now. This one is the NW46. This is a Studio Fix Plus foundation, pressed powder. And I would want to look like a painting. I think that would be my goal, is to like take my time and be a beautiful walking Bob Ross painting of like a desert. Yeah, I'm painting these contoured cheekbones as if they were the caverns of a cave. You know, the Mojave Desert, the dunes. The dunes! Kyle MacLachlan's ready to explore my cheeks, alright? That's what's happening right now. And carve out our jawline. I'd be very severe with the carving. Look at that. The sand dunes happening on my chin right now. Like that. That's how you contour. Slow, fast, feather it. Slow, fast, feather it. And again, the calm music is still playing. It's very serene in my home. At like 3 a.m., the darkness only illuminated by the light of my vanity, which I don't have on right now. But we're using our imagination, okay? We're pretending. I'm gonna add some blush. Had I been working at MAC, I'd be using Melba Peachy Blush. But since I'm not working there and I don't have access to it, I'm using Lunar Beauty and using something peachy from that. I'm gonna combine that. I'd probably be using a mixture of blushes. Like every single blush, just to tell people you can mix and match. And that's gonna add the sunrise to the dunes. And that's exactly how I'd be explaining it too. It's like, you know what? You gotta add the sunrise to the dunes. You should be able to see the colors forming on your face. It should be like a landscape. You're at MAC. Like everything I'd say would be like some kind of like weird mixed metaphor. Your eyes are the window to your face, to your soul. Some garbage like that I've cooked up while on my lunch break. Eating Sbarro with pepperonis on it because I've made it. I can afford it. I'll treat myself. I'll spoil myself. Okay, let's blend, because blending is the secret. Now the eyebrows are almost ready, so we'll just start our lips. Now I was thinking about doing really nude lips, but I don't know.
I'm scared.
For my lips, I want to look like I barely had lips. Like my colors are so bright pink and nude that it looks like I just have the smallest little lips. So, I'll be using Diva from Manny Emmy Way to do this. Oh yeah, you can barely see it. Following a little bit above my lips. Oh yeah, that's the lip you want. You want it to look so unnaturally light. Almost like how their lips looked in like 1950s. Like you ever look at those movies with like Marlon Brando and stuff? They have like foundation over their lips to the point where like they have no definition in their mouth. Like it just looks skin tone. Like I was always obsessed with how that looked. It's so unnatural and so like weird and fun. It's like a mouth like Superman or Homer Simpson where it just kind of goes on and on. It never actually has any kind of definition for where the mouth is. There's no lips. You just get a little line and that's how you know. Oh yeah, that's pouty. I'm gonna be using another nude lipstick. I am using Vintage Mod by Daphne Beauty. Nice little bullet. Go in with that. Get our edges, clean it up. And I'm gonna touch that up with lip gloss at the end. So just remind me to put lip gloss on. And also go around my mouth with our concealer to make sure everything is defined. It's gonna look a little rough at first because I haven't defined it yet, okay? We're working in steps here. So, feels like my eyebrows are there, so let's start covering them. Because again, I would have shaved them off. I wouldn't even have to bother with this. And look at that, my eyebrows have shaved off now. Now I'm debating whether or not I'd have eyebrows at this point. Would I just be doing eyeshadow with no brow? How artsy am I getting here? I'll see how it looks. We'll do brows at the end. And I'll decide where we are in our life at this point. When I'm at Mac, am I at that point in my life where I'm just like, the human face does not have enough room for all the makeup I want to put on. Eyebrows are just in the way. Time for our eyeshadow. Now for eyeshadow, I feel like I'd be getting like overboard with the eye makeup, like showing up with an unnecessary amount of makeup. So for this, I'd be doing an ungodly amount of eye makeup just because. So I'm dipping in with a dark blue from Kimchi Chic. This is her sapphire blue. Now I would just be dabbing it on like this, like an excessive amount to let people know I know how to do makeup. Like talk to me, I know all about makeup. I am the goddess of makeup. If Zeus was doling out titles, he'd say, you Miss Thing, you're in charge of makeup. And I have to make sure I wear an eyelash that covers up all my work when I'm done with it. That's really, truly the secret to everything. That's a good start. Let's blend. Like I said, the human face, not enough room for the makeup I'm doing here, okay? Add more blue. I'd look in the morning, look in the mirror, and look at my face and say, oh.
I've got plans for you.
It's very like Vita from the beginning of Tu Wong Fu, like ready or not, here comes mama. More blending. I feel like I'd be an over blender. It's like half my morning routine is just blending. Now let's work on this middle section here, because that's what I'm excited to make the halo. Oh yeah, I'd be doing a halo eye almost every day, just to show I know how to do makeup. Looking like I got punched in the eye every single day. But you know, I'm the regional manager, so at MAC Cosmetics, I gotta look the part, alright? And that's the only color you're really allowed to wear, because everything else has to be like all black uniform. So I feel like everyone else always had a lot of fun with like their eye makeup and their hair color. But trust, I'm not gonna be having fun with my hair color because I'd be in my jet black era. Now, I'd be using some kind of shimmer, probably a light silver or something, that really pop in the eyelid. So let's go in with this kimchi and that one. Mix them together, press it on. Oh yeah, that's it. And then whatever blue I have in here, I'll probably use like that. Dab it around the edges here. Oh, looks like a cave holding all the crystals of Steven Universe, all right? Amethyst, garland, all of it in one eye. All right, let's add a little bit of depth back into this. Tiniest bit of depth. Let's use something dark in the eye, just to give it a little more dimension. Tiniest bit here. I like people can look into your eyes and think, oh my god, that's a chasm that goes on forever. That well has no bottom. That little girl from the ring will never make her way out of that one. Watch me do all this for one eye and then forget how I did. The next eye looks completely different. Alright, eyeliner, quick. The subtlest little wing is a callback to the person I used to be when I worked at Sephora. A little wing. Calling back to my former self there. Alright, well that's good for one eye on camera. I'll be right back with the other one and we will proceed with our MAC look. Welcome back. We have our eye makeup all done for the most part. Let's do the bottom. So for the bottom, I'm actually going to use MAC Fascinating. This little wonderful color right here. I'm not going to lie to you, I did not love this color when I got it. It was recommended by Trixie. I think it's been a minute since you actually used it because it has a tendency to go a little faint. But we'll do our waterline with this. Eye watering. I think I poked myself in the eye. Let's do our under eye. Oh my god. Eyes are watering. Ah! I poked myself and I regret everything. I regret my whole life decisions. Let's go in with Feline and sharpen it. Something in my suitcase like exploded because there was like black ink over everything. I think it might have been like the contents of my pencil sharpener. Goddamn Anastasia pencil sharpener breaking open. Yeah, it's good. My hands are filthy because of it. Looks like I was working in the mines.
I was born a coal miner's daughter.
Ooh, that's sexy, like bedroom eyes. Now, if I ever have anyone else do my makeup again, I'm gonna challenge them to give me a suggestion for the under eye that I like. Because I've tried just about everything and I have never found anything that I truly, truly like. Oh, gorgeous. I look insane. Let's put some brows on. I was gonna go browless, but I'm like, I don't want to. I'm gonna look like, you know, the evil woman that works at Mac is what they'll call me. They'll probably call me that anyway, but still, that mean lady that works at Mac. That happened to me once, my friend, where he worked at a flower shop on the east side of Milwaukee, and at this time it was like the height of scene. It was like back in high school when I like went to this flower shop, and he had shaved off eyebrows and like they were drawn on all high and like smeared on eye makeup and like really light faint lips and lots of eyeshadow, like lots of foundation, very pale foundation, and like the scene kid fringe like that. And I remember regaling them with the story like years after the fact, like, yeah, I met this like one woman who was just the meanest woman I ever met, and she looked like Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice, and she was so rude about every plant I had questions about. And he was like, wait, was it this flower shop? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what year? I'm like, I don't know, like 2008? It's like, that was me, you bitch! Sorry, RJ. I was using a mixture of jet black and a little bit of brown. Mostly black, though. I'm not exactly sure what era I would be in at this point, but I know it'd be sickening. Just the thinnest brows. Oh yeah, that's it. So we'll take one off and just like throw it at somebody. Shit. I just smear my eyebrow. God damn it. Me and my heavy hand. Alright, let's put little hairs on it. Oh yeah, I'd be putting hairs on it. The tiniest little hairs. Oh yeah, she looks like an evil witch that works at MAC. The Wicked Witch of MAC Cosmetics. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do our nose contour. After our nose is on, we shall be doing the rest of the finishing touches to the look, because we're almost there. Like, we're almost done. A full face of paint just to work in the afternoon and get off before 4. I would come in, do as little work as possible, and then go home and forget to punch out. NC10, I'm going to add some bright to the face. I look like Puppet Madam. These thin brows and like no lips. I would look like a witch. Yeah, definitely. Alright, now I just gotta clean up my lips a little bit. So let's do that right now. More concealer. Really define the shape of the mouth. Oh yeah, I can see it now. I would be the meanest manager. Oh yeah, honey, I'd be hot and cold. Like, I could be, you know, laughing and having fun 1 minute and just snapping at everyone the next. Why are these brushes clean? Why is there nothing in the display case right now? And if there was a birthday in the company, we'd have to eat the cake really quietly. No one's singing happy birthday. Cut the cake, eat it very quietly, and make sure everything is cleaned up when we're done. Oh yeah, I aspire to be like the manager that strikes fear in everyone's hearts the second I walk on the premises. Be the atom bomb of makeup cosmetics managers. Whew, okay. Now just a little bit of lip gloss. It's the finishing touch. Oh yeah. Oh, I look evil. I thought I looked evil before. This is like a brand new version of this villain, okay? Like, this is the next villain up. It's like the three mothers from the Suspiria trilogy, like, all the evil witches. Like, I'm the next boss you gotta fight. Alright, I'm gonna put some eyelashes on and get my look together, and I think I am ready to work my shift at MAC Cosmetics as the regional manager. Be right back. Welcome to MAC Cosmetics. How can I help you today? One of our many skilled team members will to help you with that, alright? I'm very, very busy at the moment. Oh my god, yes. I look evil. I love it though. Like, this would be how I would look. Again, like, in this era, I'd be very, very serious, okay? It's like makeup and long jet black hair. I'd be in like a human hair wig every day. And it has to be super long so that when I walk down the hallways of like Mayfair Mall, I can see my hair flowing behind me like a villain's cape. Yes. Courtney, take your break. Actually, Courtney, could you finish up? We need you up front. Melissa's not back from her 15. You can finish eating later. I tell you, I could be the meanest MAC Cosmetics manager. I would. I already know I would. I would abuse that power so quickly. And you know what? I wouldn't even care. I'd make myself valuable to that company where they couldn't get rid of me. Like, yes, I know she's a bitch, but she's so good at her job. Just put up with it, and maybe one day you'll be the district manager. I'm telling you, I want to be known as like the mean old lady that works at Mac. The Wicked Witch of the Mac counter. Yes! Now I want to know if you fantasize about a job you may have had or a job you aspired to have back in the day. Let me know what it is down below. I'm always like curious, because this one was a lot of fun to actually like walk through what could have been. Because I'm sure I would have been so good at my job. I'd have been scouted by MAC Cosmetics. They would have wanted me there. I'd be the reason we have all those influencers that eventually worked at MAC counters and eventually quit. I'd be the reason they quit. The doors I would close. The ceilings I would intact to make sure nobody got through, alright? Oh my goodness. I would be the definition of gatekeep, gaslight, and girl boss. No, I hope you guys enjoyed this look as much as I did, and honestly, thank you so much for coming to MAC Cosmetics. Now get out of my store. I hope you know you have to buy something if you're gonna have a makeover done. It has to be $60 or more, thank you. Oh my goodness. Now I had to say thank you for these YouTube super thanks from Howard. Thanks, Howard. PP Pants. And Roger. Thanks so much, Roger. And I'd like to take a moment for my wiglets. Roll it!
And I'd like to take a moment for my wiglets. Jacob, Ernie, Duke, Just BKZ, Vera, myself, Sponge King, Pearface, Steve, So Many Kitties, JT, Christine, Curtis, Miss Mosey D, Romeo and Juliet, Rose, Darth Curray, Catalina, Miss Lansing, Maureen, Veronica, Molly, Carl, Dolores, Loreza, Martha, Louise, Harmon, Astro, B-Rex, Matthew, Roger, Tyler, Brian, Margarita, Adam, Samuel, Michael, Becca, Chrissy, Oconee, JJ, Nisi, Roy, Eliza, Doug, Peach, Miki, CCC, Midnight Lazarus, Temporal Insanity, Mondo Cool, Fourth Greenery, Kristen, Heroic, Anita, Bree, and Selena.
Thank you so much, wiglets. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, see you in the live streams. Now hit the outro!
Click here and see how I look if I still work at Sephora. Or sweet transferable wig from Wigstress. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, you're super, super lame. So click it!
This pool is nice. Do you think I need buccal fat removal? Quentin Tarantino wanted to see my feet. I was Stifler's mom. They call me a MILF.